So, welcome back, people. Now, as you all know, I was trying to get my second relic, and finally I got it, the second porcupine. And here it is, got the second one, finally. I was a bit undecided on what to get, because the Nemesis seems really good as a surprise weapon. Like you can simply show up somewhere and burst on the enemy, like this. You simply drive around, charge the weapon, like, okay, show up and simply dump the DPS on them. And this is only one. Now imagine 2 or 3. Like, let's see this if I can find 2. Okay, this one will, no. It's a bit annoying that I have to press ESC and not click off the box, like this one, for example. You see here, it charges, okay, it does the cabin perk, but and the wheels, but let me show you. You simply appear and dump the DPS. I still have 3 waves. Let's see this, like, this is a good ambush weapon. Thing is, the durability isn't very good, but again, for it being effective, I needed to have 2 of them. So that's the problem with most relics. You need a pair for that to work. Like the Reaper, well, I was going to get one because let's face it, 40k is a lot of coins, and I had to sell the porcupine I had and pile up for it. But it's interesting. I really like it. It's interesting to use this. You can use it in several ways. Like, you can simply shoot the ground to cause some damage to whoever is roaming around there, or simply to strip of the enemies. Like, it's a good control, a good way to control traffic, in a matter of speaking. But it's very expensive. The Shark Commander, same situation. You need 2 of them to work, or I can work with the split I have, the single one, but it's not easy because the split has a different reload time than the Jerk Commander. Also, very good durability, 568. And the flash is that go-to support weapon. It works anywhere, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. And if you compare the flash to the spark, to be honest, I almost see no difference between them. Like, where are they? Like, if you see the stats, it's only a small difference in the hit damage. If you see the fire rate, it's almost the same. The overheat, almost the same, but the flash overheats quicker. The range is the same. The only difference is the perk. It has well, 2 perks to be honest. Like this one reduces the cabin speed, the cabin power, and the max speed. This one, besides that, affects the reload speed and the cooldown rate of the weapons. Because other than that, more durability, same energy spend, more mass, it's almost the same. So it doesn't compensate to buy. So, I was thinking of the Scorpion also. If you notice, the Scorpion can penetrate. Let me get here. me get it here. The scorpion penetrates several parts of the build, but the thing is, again, almost 40k, one weapon, and for a bigger weapon like this, it doesn't have a lot of durability. And if you're using a scorpion in the game, you're gonna be the primary target. And with only one scorpion, you can't simply can't outrun most builds today. So anyway, you got the scorpion, you got the what's the other one? The shadow. The shadow is way more interesting because if you don't deal a good amount of damage, like use the scorpion perk to pop a generator or ammo box or something like that, at least the shadow is more forgiving because if you at least do damage, let me get it here. I had to build. Here it is. Because if you can get 2 shots on the enemy, no matter how no matter the amount of damage you do, as you can see, if you get the perk. Okay, I forgot I had the trombones. If you get the perk on the enemy, well, kinda hard. Let me do a little change here. Weapon group 1, doesn't matter.
I'm a bit jealous of your
Right. You get 1 shot, get 2 shots, and now it's gonna be a charge shot. See? Doesn't matter if I hit the cabin or any other part, as long as I hit it, I can get the perk to trigger. And the perk is very interesting, like you do AoE damage, which is very good in this game. Because you can pop a generator, pop ammo box, and so on. Also deal with some mines, some drones, etc. So more talk about the relics. Now, Besides these relics, you also have the cannons, but the cannons is like this. The first relic was a mastodon. I really love it because it was a massive cannon, eating mechanic, but let's face it, before I could took the second shot, I was already got stripped by, well, shotgun wedges. The most cancerous thing in this game it had in pass. Like some guy driving with a shotgun wedge over you, dump the DPS, there goes your weapons, nothing you can do. And the most unrealistic thing is you using a very heavy build with tracks and some player with a random wedge build, very weak in terms of power. A light cabin, he could push you around and deal a great amount of damage, which was insane. So I got my first red was a mastodon. I traded it for porcupine, but again, like I said before, some weapons can only be used in pairs or more. That is the case of the porcupine because you send out the porcupine and yeah, I don't have a build here with the porcupines. I did a bit of cleanup, and I don't have it here now. Yeah, I don't have one here. Simply send one porcupine and okay, I can modify this. Like you send one porcupine, but it goes over there and all, but it's a very narrow field of action. Like imagine an enemy coming to you. It's easy to dodge for him to dodge that, but of course if you use two, let's see if I can put it there. Like why? Okay, why not? Like if you use two, it's easier to simply okay overweight. It is simply hit someone. You can send like I see. I put one at the top, one at the bottom, and even so, they go one each way, one to the left, one to the right. I must say, the physically this game is very weird sometimes. Like yeah, that's playing weird. Why one goes left, and the one goes other one goes right. Let me try something. That's a curiosity. Now that's even weirder. If a porcupine as is mounted on the side, why it rolls normally on the ground like that? Doesn't make sense. At least it should tumble around and on the ground, not go straight like that. Yeah, that's simply weird. Physics, I guess. So why I say? Problem with the cans is that it doesn't do that cannon feeling where you just slap a hit and something falls off, explodes or something. Of course, I'm only speaking for the Mastodon. I never tried a Saifu. Seems okay and all, but again, very expensive. Oh, and I almost forgot. Very heavy, almost 3k, 3 tons, and 2 tons and a bit more. It's very heavy weapons. So you have to do a massive build to use those. The the Helicon, the Punisher, the Breaker. Well, Helicons are kinda interesting and all, but I simply don't see the point of them. Use them. They of course do damage, but it's a very risky weapon, like I said, on the other weapon. I don't recall what was the one I was talking about. It wasn't the Reaper. Oh, the Scorpion. Like Helicons are a bit big, as you can see. So the area is to shoot off. The only way for them to work is simply do a fast build, drift around the target, and dump some DPS. But if you get a good player with a good aim, you're done for it. Like see the size of it. It's a bit big. And the damage in it isn't that great. Like as you can see, the damage isn't so great, despite the numbers. It's like the cannons. The cannons, if you look here, you see a lot of hit damage, explosion damage, but in the game, in the battle, it doesn't feel like a cannon. The same way this doesn't feel like a rocket, unless you explode some ammo boxes, some generators, and so on. The Punisher is the top fire weapon. You got the mount on omnidirectional build. And these days everything is fast in the game, even the tracks. The tracks received the buff with the update, and now they are simple racing tracks. Like this one will only do about 60 and 75. It's a lot of speed for these tracks. This is a big armor track. A big armor track. You shouldn't be just faster like that. 65, of course 65, but 75 is too much. This one, I got mixed feels because I like the Goliaths, but again, it's plain weird to see such a big movement piece going at that speed, but 65 ain't that bad. I will say 60. is better since most people will use the Goliaths on big heavy builds. Like this one, 85. This one I agree. It's a small track, fast and nimble, but this one here, I don't know. I will take 5 kilometers out of it, of them. Same with Goliath, took 5 kilometers away for them. They're just too fast. And if you pair it with the Eagle engine, it gets a bit abusive. What's up? Of course, the breaker. The breaker, I never was a shotgun fan. I like to sneak up, dump the PS, and wait away, and go away. But I almost prefer, most of the time, I prefer to use melee weapons. Because melee weapons, you don't need no ammo boxes, you don't need no cooldown, no reloads, you don't need anything. You can simply use it as it is. Of course, you got a Tormentor, well, helps a lot, but again, it's optional. You can use it, you can use it, you cannot use it. It depends on your preference. For example, Firebug. Firebug, I I have a little beef with the Firebug, to be honest. Because if you look at the Skadi, let me show you here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, this one will do. Because if you look at the Skadi, look at the amount of range you got. I made the target way over there. Anyway, we're talking about a legendary. You got more range in the ice legendary than you got on the fire relic. That's insane. Isn't supposed to a relic be the top weapon? Like now, for example, this one. Look at this. You don't even have a single square of range. It's absurd. Let me see. Interesting. Yeah, this one. Kinda cool, not gonna lie. For example, this one. With about almost here. Like, what is even this? Like, it's look of this. It's very, very short range. It doesn't feel like a relic weapon. Look to how close I have to get to do some damage. It's ridiculous. This should have a lot more aim. A lot more aim, a lot more range. For example, from here at least. But okay, out of ammo. But I can't hit it. While if I get the Skadi, I get more than. Let me see here. Look at this. Look at this insane. Okay, let me try another thing. Look at the insane range we get on this weapon. That's ridiculous. Like, you don't get the same on the relic weapon like the Firebug. You get half the distance. Like, you get here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 squares of range. That's a lot. And it's a legendary weapon. So why can't you get a relic having a bit more of range like the Firebug? I know it can be OP and all that thing, but it's a relic. Come on, give it some love, some proper respect for it. So that's all for my way of seeing some of the relics and why I choose the porcupine. I had one, now I have two. With two, I can at least try to work some builds for it. I'm gonna do three builds. One build for raids, one build for CC, and one build for helicopters. Trying to do some wacky stuff. If it works, it works. If not, it not. Oh, but before I do, I am going to have to do some cleaning. Like here, I only have one free slot. I have a lot of builds that some I use, some I don't. So I'm going to have to put some in exhibition and clean away the exhibition. I have a lot of builds in exhibition, as you can see. To be honest, you should have builds, more build space in exhibition. Like for each slot on the blueprint, you should have two slots on the exhibition. Because I don't do and because I don't do any art builds or things like that. But sometimes some builds end up being good looking. Others very effective. Others are simple reminder of older times where that build was really fun to use. So I'm gonna delete some builds here and gonna explain how I made them and why. For example, this one. This one I use it on CC, but I sold the clone wheels. A big mistake of my part, but sooner or later I'll get him back. This one on CC was a simple terror. Because I could see cloud wheels, bonus, the cavern somewhat gets some bonus. Like I have somewhere, simply dump off the DPS, and of course, these shotguns are amazing. Only issue I had with them is the elevation. On some instances I could hit some enemies, on others I don't, because of this part. And because they are mounted way over here. And inside the build to get it protected from the melee dogs and shotgun dogs before the tractor was a thing. As you can see, it's the very pancake tanky build. Well, since it was sometime effective and still gonna get some close weapons, I will hang on to it. Next one. Oh, the famous the famous kill dozer. I call it rocket dozer when I did it. I know JB loved it. It was very fun to use. I use it mainly to do the trials. I don't know if most people even do it. Because if you get these trials done, you have trial for weapons, raids, brawls, and trade. Of course, trade. I don't have a lot of them done. In brawls, well, brawls I only got brawls for the scorpions. I'm not a big scorpion fan since my aim isn't the best. So, although a lot of people know, but if you do these trials, you can get exclusive bans for those trials, like these bullets, those stars, that I don't know, gibberish or whatever it is. Of course, if to get these, you have to do some trials. Let me see, machine gun. Okay, this works. You have to do 30 challenges of this, get 33 unwillings. For example, you got this master, you will get destroy enemies with a relic weapon of machine guns. This is several waves. You got to do. You got to kill 14 enemies in 45 waves. That means, let's do the math over here. Okay, you have to kill 180. No, 100. Okay, 1800. I'm having a bit of issue in the number. So that's a lot of kills you have to do. But if you do them the blind for the constructor, you get this banner. Of course, most of these tasks, even if you don't have the weapon, you can still do the task like I have. Then when you have the weapon, you just kill them. That's all. Same with the shotguns. Shotguns, cannons. Oh, got some. The shotgun and the cannons. So talking about the exhibition, this one I'm gonna keep. It's a very fun build I had. Oh, of course, I don't have hours. I sold them. Sold them to get the relics. But let's see if we can get them back in this battle pass. So this is no, wait a minute. This is the issue in the game. Now that I think of it, if you don't have the parts, you could still do the test drive to at least feel how the build is. Instead, you don't get the part, you don't go anywhere. Which is a shame because it's a test drive. I'm not downloading the print. I'm not uploading it. I just want to do a test drive. But again, this thing was amazing when I have it at work. Of course, the pilot isn't a really good rocket launcher, but I had to do the challenge and I did it. But this is Locust is another story, or even with the cricket. So this one was to do the cannon challenge and to do some regular matches with cannons. But the problem is this thing. The power generator now is a ticking time bomb. Low durability compared to the size of it, and of course very explosive. Reminds me of the old gas generator where you get one shot, it exploded everything around, and everyone stopped using it until the devs fixed some issues. Not for very good, but again, they have their reasons. Personally, I don't see very many logic on this, because if you have an already heavy generator, since it's heavy, it's already a problem on most builds. So why the heavy generators are more explosives and the little ones are more durable? It's kind of weird. It's supposed to be the opposite in my opinion. Like, use a small generator, but in compensation it should be very explosive. Okay, this one, and it's kind of meh. It can work. It can still work. Let's see how much damage this does. Not a good amount of damage. And keep in mind, this is two cannons. Even so, the monsters they do, like, see that, it's not very awesome. That's why cannons in this game are a more cosmetic choice of weapon, and not a so powerhouse they're supposed to be. Like, I got a legendary cannon, I got an epic cannon, and even the two of them, like you see, their damage isn't that good. So this one, it's gonna stay. Oh, this one is really good. So this one was used on the this is kinda hard build at some point. This is the one build I used when we had the how do you call it, that Ravager Brawl where you had to escape then run into entire course and the enemies had to chase you. I don't really remember the name. So I did this. Of course, these already suffer some alterations because since the bots or the enemies now have the Argus, or I could use missiles or mines. So this one was a really fast build for that. At some point in that brawl, you had a gate that you had to do some DPS to take it down. So the best way I found to do so was to put a task on the front and simply ram it around. Of course, I had the Jotun to slow the enemy down and give some damage. The Yaguai to keep enemies at distance, and in close range I had a little aerial drone to keep some help. Of course, aerial drones these days are kinda useless. Oh, and by the way, like I said, hard build. This is doesn't look very impressive, the amount of lights it has, but believe me, in that game mode, it's very awesome because it has a special light in the game, like it's so gray and dark, and this red simply stands out, kind of giving like a a toaster vibe. When you do some toasting, it simply lights up the, the inside parts. To be honest, I don't even know how I could put some lights inside of there, but I know it looks awesome, and that's all that matters. Gonna keep it. This one, gonna keep it. This is very effective. I'm using a variation of this build on 10k CCs now, and it works wonders. The main success of this build is this combo. Uh, oh, let me show the success of this combo. I'm using the Arma cabin, very sturdy cabin, the harvester, the Omamori, and the remedy. And the success of this is having the Omamori excuse me, connected to the harvester, same connected to the harvester, connected to the remedy, connected to the cabin, and of course the ammo box and the generator connected to all of this. Now, now imagine the amount of damage I can absorb with this. It's a lot of damage I can take. And oh, I also got that tormentor to give that extra special grind. And of course a lot of durability. And Titan wheels to give some extra durability. Extra, I should say, somewhat repair. This one stays. This one, well, I made this just for fun. But when I first saw the power score of it, I know I couldn't use it really. It's kinda weak. My idea was doing something to pop enemies and simply give a lot of damage. But yeah, it's kinda of hard build. Not gonna lie. It's still kinda cool and all, but it's not a very effective build. I didn't do a lot of damage. Like, yeah, I do it most for the fun. But I remember if it has lights. Guess not. But I ain't gonna keep it. That's for fun. Don't know if I gonna use it, but it's still there. Oh, this one. It's self-explanatory. Simply a drone spammer. Using the most basic drones I had, the vultures and the jaguar. To be honest, I think vultures work wonders now. Because most of the builds, see, two drone, two vulture drones and quick pop-up. Because most builds, like I said on the Scorpion, most builds use some kind of explosive modules. Generators, ammo, jackies, and so on. So having a drone that stays stealthy, simply digs up in your build and explodes, it's a very interesting thing. It's the same concept using the nest and the trombones. The trombone eats up the build from above, and the nest penetrates and explodes. Same idea. Don't know if this build is effective these days or not. Don't really remember what this is using. Okay, the call. Oh no, not this thing. Not the damn block. Oh, here's a tip for you. This generator on the market is selling quite nicely. Strap. I'm currently selling some of these. Like you can see, it went very up in the last days. This one can keep. It's hard for me to simply delete some builds I have. Because I know sooner or later some of them will work. This one is kind of maybe work, maybe not. This one is like a prize relic of the past. I'm gonna delete this one. I like it and all, but I'm not seeing it doing anything so soon. This one is like I said, the same as this. Every now and then thing put the same brawl again, so this is all useful. All is useful. This works. This is kinda lit out the build, so let it be there. Yes. This is very many but this, well, I done this to participate in Clan Wars I added on the old clan. I'm not a fan of Clan Wars, never was. I simply don't like the concept of using a meta build, like people say. Yeah, it's kind of artish build with the lighting, no. Yeah, this thing, well, it performed sort of okay in the game. In some way, in some battles, like this does a lot of damage. Like, okay, one weapon wins, the other simply disappears the damage. Let me see. Well, the spheres aren't a lot. Wait, okay. Like, these do a lot of damage. Nagwalls are very powerful at the moment, and the premise of this build was having a lot of durability with collide tracks. If someone trying to run me over, I had the triangle tracks. Oh, I don't remember I had this thing on bottom. Of course, I have the where is this? I have the averter that works on the generator and on the cabin. No, on the what's the name of this? The pulsar, no, it's on the pulsar and the cabin. have the Cyclops over there, the engine, trying to be a mount for the pulsar and to keep the cabin safe from aerial damage. Because the Nagwell gives insane amount of damage these days. The thing is about this build, let me explain. Cryogenic weapons, the cryo effects, from what I read about them, they take out the durability and resistance of the parts. The resistance of the parts. You have a part with a certain resistance. Like for example, this thing. You can see you have 40% resistance to ice damage. But if the part is freezed, it loses all kinds of the resistances. Being fire, energy, or cryogenic, or like this one, it loses all of these resistances. So it's more effective to do damage with the narwhal. And the thing with the pulsar. Yeah, I don't have a second narwhal, so I use the pulsar. The pulsar was specifically chosen because it is 20% more damage to models. My idea was the narwhal will narwhal will open a hole in the enemy, and the pulsar will just pop some explosive modules, or simply destroy some support modules like reload, radiators, or bullets, or even an engine. It kind of worked. It's a cool way, cool build, so I'm gonna keep it. Now this one, this one was a bit insane when I did it. The idea was trying to do something for the raids that will give a lot of damage. And yes, I know, this build is tilted with the Sleipnirs. I don't have them anymore also. But was tilted just because I could hit some targets with the, what's the name of this? With the blockchain. The idea was using the photon now. Another thing. I'm gonna start using the photon to do a lot of builds, because the photon generally did some damage, did some bonus damage when the parts were heated and used energy weapons. Since then, it was changed on the last update, and Thursday, I believe. So now it doesn't matter if it's an energy weapon, a cannon, or a shotgun, or a machine gun, or whatever. It deals 30% more damage if the part is heated. So this build simply doesn't work anymore. It's a kind of artish build. Let's see if I can show you. It's kind of artish build with the lights and all, but this moment it simply doesn't work. And of course, the lasers are simply too slow to reload and don't do enough damage to be effective in raids, so this one is gonna go. Now this one, this little weird thing, is not on the region's data done it. It was for the contest they had about the SK25, where you had to use a step spider's cabin and do something that looked like a car. Of course, this isn't the original design. I simply altered it a bit, but it's kind of interesting to use this. Like you have a lacerator, and while you're grinding the enemy, you can simply send some missiles over it. Of course, it has the remainder too. Also, this funny claws in the front. This kind of claws I took from the other shotgun build I show you first. I messed around with the turret mounting, or what's that name? Oh, it is turret bolt. Yes, turret bolt, and I managed to put some kind of claws over here. It's kind of interesting to use. Not very effective, but fun. So I'm gonna leave it there. Ah, this thing. Another thing I used in Clan Wars. Don't know if this worked in these days, but it looks kinda crazy. That's why I still have it. Of course, it isn't very viable to use. I had to use it. I had to change some parts here and there, but it was a fun build. Wow! And I could say, I won so much with this insane thing. So I'm gonna keep it. Just because it was a very fun thing to have around. Another one, let's see. Oh, FT boy. Well, this thing was a premise if I use the machines, the reapers, and I don't recall if I have anything else on this. No. I could do a lot of damage simply because we are using reapers, but again, crossout is always evolving, and these days almost every weapon can take out the reapers, no problem at all, so this is kinda useless. Despite I spend most time perfecting it, putting something here, something there, that is simply useless. Also because if you want to use the machinist perk, you put a lot of armor parts in the car. You need more movement parts for having more tonnage, and the PS simply goes skyrockets and doesn't reflect the amount of damage you can do or suffer or handle. So after 15k, I simply see a scorpion build. 2-3 shots, there goes the reapers, and I simply have a beefy target simply rolling me around doing nothing. So this one has got to go. Doesn't work. Now this thing was a crazy thing I decided to do with the avalanche cannon. I don't remember, this had a problem. I don't remember what was the problem of this. Like this has the Mars, the avalanche cannon, a Cyclops, engine. Now, oh, well, wait a minute. Now this is interesting. This build with this engine and the verter. Where is this? The verter goes for the. Okay. Goes for the cabin, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, goes for the cabin and the avalanche. So that's very interesting. There's the ammo box. Box over there. Maxwell here. Yeah, this could work, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. It's kind of imponent build. Let me check this out. Yeah. Really? Yeah, it's with the sound. Yeah, I like this. The avalanche got to be the only cannon. Yes, for me it is a cannon, despite they say it's an alternative piece. Because if fire, you feel that is gonna do an impact just for the sound of it, like boom. You know it's gonna do something. So this one stays. Now, yeah, these leg things. Leg things was a try of mine to do raids with them, but I simply don't like to use them. Like this one was simply dump the PS, dump the PS, dump the PS, dump the PS. lot of special effects and all, lots of decors. Oh, of course, the lights. Angry face, angry face of the ass. Some lights over here, and a pumpkin over there. Yeah, looks kind of cool and all, but I'm not fond of workers. Since it's kind of good looking, so I'm gonna leave it there. Ah, this one you already know, the land boat. Since I already have two porcupines, I don't see any use of this, because I'm gonna alter this. I'm gonna do two reload based builds for the raids. Gonna do one with two porcupines and some support weapon for them, maybe incinerator or maybe a cannon. I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do with it. Cause if it's no porcupine only spends 6 energy, so two porcupines, 12 energy, and can put another cannon, like cannon spends 12. I'm gonna have to see what I gonna do about it. But the thing is, this thing is retired. It was very fun to use, but two porcupines means I can do a lot more damage to bots. And the thing, the game lacks, in my opinion, is simply AoE weapons. Like you have fire, you have ice, but we simply need something to toss in it, like I don't know, toxic sludge catapult. Yes, that's it, a toxic sludge catapult. Like you throw some random garbage and it simply stays on the floor radiating damage. I know that's how this generator works in the shotgun, but but I'm talking about a larger scale. Like if you come closer to that, it starts radiating, it starts doing some damage. Or simply toss a ball of fire. Ball of fire, a ball of light. But for that you need to what's it called, Jupiters. Now this thing, well, this thing has a story as also. The original color wasn't this one, but most of the build is original. There was a brawl a long time ago that we had a nice map with a winter village. Don't know if a lot of people remember it. As you can see now, it has 2 energy available with the rework of the energy unit, power unit. And on that brawl, you had to simply roam around the village, killing hordes of enemies, protecting I don't know if it was a Christmas tree or a truck or whatever. What protects something from the hordes of enemies. This thing was very fun to use. Like I had an over chill because some enemies use some very fancy weapons. I don't recall at the moment which weapon it was. I had the saw to kill them when I ended stripped, of course. And a thing that most people don't know: energy weapons in these games do a lot of damage because you have tons of structural parts that have explosion damage resistance, hit resistance, but you don't get a lot of parts with energy resistances. Only the ones from the founders and the Dawn Children, if I recall. Most parts are hit resistance, and explosive resistance, and so on. I'm gonna keep it. This one is the same as the land boom. Porcupine into cannons, but okay. The dryer is simply or the quotes are done. This one was kind of fun to use. Again, I like to put some lights on the builds for that good look. Well, this one, well, that's a good amount of damage and all, but the problem with this one was it doesn't support a lot of damage. It was easy to lose a porcupine. It's easy to lose a porcupine and regenerate and so on. And this was using, of course, the Adro. It was fun and all, but tough to. Oh, and this thing. This thing was supposed to be for the raids. A lot of damage, auto cannons, and blah 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 blah. Problem is, I can't aim down like I want. That's why you most of the time you see auto cannons mounted on the sides. Of course, it has tons of effects, like smoke, fire, an ATM, and lights, of course. Not a lot of lights. Ah, and fireworks. Yeah, fireworks. So this is gonna go. This thing is almost the same as this. So only thing is this one is like see this. I can hit that thing over there. And I'm way over here. See this? See this? This is abusive. I can't do the same thing on a relic like the fireball. Okay, a bit higher. See, this is ridiculous. I can't hit that thing over there. Look at the distance. But I can do the same on a relic weapon like the firebug. The firebug only does about a third of this distance, of this range. It's absurd. I don't know if this work in the game or not, but I'm gonna simply remove it. Models these days don't seem very good. More stuff. Oh, this one, I'm gonna keep it. I really tried to put this under 10k for the CCs, but it's way impossible. It's already maximized in every way. As you can see, it already doesn't have a lot of durability. And this is the moment I can touch the wheels while I lose tonnage. The mass is already on the limit. But okay, I can touch this. I can move it. She's generator and I can put everything I want on it. She's Colossus and also I can tweak it. This thing was on the Rapture Brawl. Again, you had to fight waves of enemies. This made crowd control. Basically, you can do this. Here you put fire, a bit over there, and you put ice. The enemy had to simply burn and freeze over a long path. As you can see, the pod is still there. Now you can have about 4 puddles of each element on the game, and simply deny the access of enemy to reach it near you. And of course, if you add damage, you could also repair the wheels because the wheels are titans. You just need a carcass. Let's create one. Okay, didn't die. Die already. Yeah, this is the thing they did now that fire, fire and ice cancel each other. But for example, I drive here, I suffer some damage, I can press shift and repair the parts. Can repair the weapons or any other part that attached to the cabin. It's a cool support build, so I'm gonna keep it. And with this, I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. Not bad, not bad. Now let's do some cleaning over here. Since this is now our until TK, some builds I have here, I'm going to send them to the exhibition. Some very good in the game that I love playing around like this. This is Sea Volcano. This one gave so many headaches to some players. It's a simple support build, okay, I'm trying to mix a bit of Portuguese here. Kind excited about this build. But this build has a surprise. It's using the Cerberus cabin, which means if you kill me, I'm not really dead. I'm gonna back on the dead and simply hunt you with a junk pull drone. As you can see, this does a lot of damage. It's a very fun build to use. And it's maximized like most of my builds. Very maximized. Of course, it has some fun stuff, some smoke, and of course some lights. This one's going for the exhibition. Durable, and where's fire? Anything for fire? Support, okay, durable and support. More stuff. This one I'm gonna keep here. It's the old tank raider I had. This one deals an insane amount of damage. You got the Scadi. Scadi negates. And the Scadi gives what's a perk? I don't remember. Okay, this one. As you deal damage to the enemy. Sorry about that. Yeah, as you deal damage for the enemy, you simply freeze them, freeze their weapons, and they lose 25% of their maximum damage. And then you have the treasure, grenade launcher to simply give the maximum amount of damage you can, and the flash, the spark. I mean, just because you don't want the enemy to kill you faster, you simply affect the cabin power of the enemy. This is kind of interesting if you think about it. This thing reduces the cabin power and the speed, while this thing removes the maximum damage they can deal to you. And of course the treasure, grenade launcher, simply rips apart their build. Cause explosion damage, right? But as you can see, the durability isn't that good. This one is good, and this one is good too, but this one is kinda bad. My idea for this build was to improve it further. I already had improved it further with the harmonizer, with the Oyabun, but I think I can prove it further. For instance, I can put the Pandora here, which is way better. As for the treasure, I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could put a better part here, but the moment I can see anything that I can put there that will do a crazy amount of damage in a small time. Because the trash Ratcher, it's kinda bad. It goes everywhere, the grenades. Like this one is more focus. Okay, this one was found already in battles if not mistaken, but it survives, but it ain't, it isn't a very good build, to be honest. So, because I'm gonna keep it because the damage this does, it's okay. Now this one is horrendous. I tried so much with this and it simply doesn't work. Like, cannon builds simply don't work a lot in the game. Slow reload, damages, depending on the amount of cannons. Some are okay, others not. So this one is gotta go. Ah yes, another avalanche. This one's a bit lower. Again, the Adron, because of reload. Yeah, I don't know about the King Mine, but the reload is still better. And since it's a medium cabin, it allows more tonnage and more mass than the Dead Man. Oh, the this weird thing. So it's not a very good looking build, but I needed something to do the invasion against enemy leviathans and all of that, and this thing worked. Of course, it has the Adron King Mine, but as you can see, in terms of tonnage, it's very on the limit, and that's a problem. And of course, the legs are simply so slow these days. Like you can get armored track to go 75, but you can get a wheeled leg to get at least 60. Like 45. 45 is nothing. It's ridiculous. If it was the leg mode, okay, leg mode. It's a leg, of course it can't move very quickly, but with the wheel, you can move around nicely, I think. Okay, like okay, this time. Like it's I didn't seek artillery thing. Gives a good amount of damage and all. That's what you will want. This one stays. This one stays too. This is energy build for raids. Again, same premise. Not a lot of the durability damage resists parts to energy weapons, so this thing works well. Oh, this thing was so fun to use in CC. So fun, because the problem with the Cerberus cabin is you can't hit anything with the drill. You can't, because the drill is connected to the cabin, and the damage resistance of the drill is horrendous. Like you see here, it's 75 only. 75 isn't much, because if someone tries to ran you, or you ran at someone, and the more amount of damage you deal to yourself on the drill is horrendous. Like you can simply die because you simply run. I need to think some water. Because you simply run someone around and you simply can't do that. So the solution I found was this: I put one lacerator on each side, and I could simply grind around the enemy like this. And if the enemy took the lacerators off, I still had the drill to do some damage. And of course some passive melee parts over here and here and here to do a good amount of damage if they try to zip swerve around. Well, this one is going to exhibition because what's this? Okay, because now it's not it's 10k in this thing and simply don't. Well, it works because let me show you. It's very low. This is very low build, and when we get to those gigantic bricks, you can simply face hug them and they can't hit you because their weapons can't descend that much. Like comparison, let's see here. Okay, can use that. I see. If I face hack this thing, it can't hit me because the weapon can't point that all that down. Yeah, kinda good build. So another one for exhibition. Close combat. Melee builds. Oh, this thing. The idea behind this thing was good, but the execution was very poorly. Like my idea was adding a main weapon, a decoy, if you think about it, while having the rocket launcher over here. Since rocket launchers now spend 2 less energy, you have a bit more durability. It's almost like the porcupine. 6 energy, more durability, a lot of damage, but this thing doesn't work as I intended. It has all the bonuses like Atleton, Atliton, Atitlan, or whatever this one is called. And of course the icebox. But I don't know. Maybe I can get it to work, maybe not. Who knows? I have to play more around with it to really know if it's possible to win something with it or not. The matchbox. Ah yes, I love this build. Simply love this build. The idea around this build is simply span around some missiles. But this one has a kicker. You have a trombone, you have a nest. Yeah, yes, I only have one nest of it. Don't have a second one. But this one, kinda looking holograms. This one has a surprise, as a phantom drone for some support. And it's kind of fun to see sometimes people ignoring the phantom drone. It simply deals a great lot of damage. And the thing with the phantom drone that I love, that the grenadier and what's the other one? I believe it's the sidekick. Both of them don't simply go around and killing enemies. Like the sidekick revolves around you. Let me try to show. Like the sidekick basically does a circle around you, a small circle. Same with the sidekick. They don't have a very great range of operation. Like the fountain does. The fountain goes. The fountain sees enemies, goes there, do some damage around it, roams around it, and kills it. while the other one does do that. So moving on. This one is a little build to do some quick medium and easy raids. Not very fast, I know, but gets the job done. It does a lot of DPS because of these guys. These guys with the Spark, the Oya Bomb, the Radiator, and the Harmonizer. But the Harmonizer, sooner or later gonna change it. I don't know if it's compensated in any way on shotguns. The shotgun's way of firing is dispersion. But since it's all in one energy, maybe I let it say. Like I was saying, this thing is very fun to use. Wavaki wheels, I only have this once. I need a second pair. Maybe when I get a mini battle pass, I'll get them. This one was one of the crazy moments. I simply tried to do something weird, and of course, this isn't working anyway. But just because it's weird, I end up doing it. Was a Punji, a turret, and an aerial drone. Give me a minute. Yeah, I had a little cold. So, why I was saying. This one was a little madness moment. It doesn't do anything, to be honest. It's just annoying. Having the punches, some blue turrets, and a blue drone. Yeah, an insane moment. I'm gonna leave it there. Since no, I'm gonna delete it. I don't feel like it's gonna do anything anytime soon. So goodbye. This one was for the Raining Wars. Don't know why it does well one PS above, but okay, I have to deal with that later. This one was for the Raining Wars. It works very well, so I'm gonna keep it there. It does the Mars, Double Scary, Finway, Tracks. Of course, I'm gonna change the Pandora to this the Pandora. The Pandora basically made the ammo rack obsolete, because I see a lot of this on the raids. You don't really have to have a good ammo box now like the ammo rack. Simply, if you have the Pandora, you don't need to simply pick up ammunition. You just kill enemies, drive near their carcasses, and simply reload the ammo. So this one stays. This one is recent, as you know, but since is now the game is 10k, gonna have to tweak it a bit. But again, it's gonna be hard to tweak it. This thing, well, this thing has a good story. This thing was my platform to do challenges in patrol. Basically, I got there in my cabin, the legs, and this one is in the configuration where I use drones, I think. Let me see. Yes, I use the drones, and and the shadow, and some missiles, and all of that. Was my um, was my platform to do challenge, cannon challenges, shotgun challenge. Shotgun, no, I don't like doing shotguns, especially in patrol. But basically, my multi-purpose platform for challenges, at least on patrol. Fire drill. I needed to do the fire trials, and for that I need to use the Dracos or the Mandrake. Obviously the Mandrake isn't a very good weapon these days. Despite I've seen some videos where people say it's making a return, so sooner or later I'm gonna do a build with that. Don't know if I can put it under 10k or not, but we'll see. So basically this thing is two Dracos and a bonus drill. If you can kill it with fire, you can drill your way into it. And it worked. All you wish with this build is that if you face a leg build with the myriad legs or any kind of omnidirectional movement part, it is very hard to do anything about it. But I believe if I can put a better engine, I don't think this thing has. No, it has. It has a generator. But if I put a engine on this, move toward in direction wheels, I think I can make it work. So it stays. This one, I'm still yet to debut it and to try it out if it works or not. But the idea is drifting around, annoying the hell out of the target, and sending a drone to simply annoy the heck out of it. I don't recall if the Annihilator had any perk. What was the perk of the Annihilator? Okay, so the perk of the Annihilator was the same as the spark. Okay. And of course this one, this heavy monstrosity. This one I simply don't know if I can make it even better. Since the tracks now have higher movement, higher speed limits, maybe I can put what's the engine I got in this Cheetah. Yeah, the Cheetah to power up the punches. Where's this? Oh, okay. Diverter for the. Okay, diverter for the harvester, for the skinner, and for the cabin. Also, diverter. Yeah, diverter also serves for the generator. I think I don't have ammo boxes here. No, I don't. So this one I could touch plenty of that, so I'm gonna leave it here. And with all these chains, I managed to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3 spaces here. 3 spaces here. And on exhibition we got 4 spaces. I came good with that. In my mind I'm gonna do 2 new raid builds, one with the porcupine and the other one with cannons. Since now I have the keen mine, I'm gonna do some busted cannon reloads. Gonna do 2 more builds, 2 for the raids, 2 for CCs, 1 cannon, 1 porcupine. So I have enough space. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send something to exhibition. Oh, I forgot this thing. What was the deal of this thing? Oh, right. Small missile build for the CCs. Yeah, this thing worked. This thing slapped. Only had a few matches with this, but it kind of worked. Who knows if it on the exhibition or not, but I need space, so in the exhibition you go. Durable. Not fast, but durable. And what can I put? Yeah, you can do. So let me confirm what is in the exhibition so I can delete it. That's the value thing. It is. This one is in the exhibition. I can remove it. I can remove it from here. The volcano and termite. I remove the volcano. And the termite. Now I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 new slots to do some shenanigans. Well, that's all for today. A little different video of me more than English, trying to talk a language I don't master at all. Because, let's face it, English is universal, but not everyone speaks it. I can speak, but talking is another issue. Of course, I'm trying to improve my English, despite it's a bit complicated sometimes because I have to think stuff in Portuguese, then I have to translate it into English and try to figure out what's a proper word to say stuff, and it's hard. Sometimes I simply get my tongue stuck with some words and say some random gibberish about them. So, hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.